Hey, what's up guys? Kai here, welcoming you back to another episode of Let's Play Lufia in the Fortress of Doom. Before we get things started today, I have a very special shout out that I want to take care of, and that is to say, happy birthday Kenny, hope you have a good one dude. I know it's been roughly a week since the last time we were together, and I'll explain more about that a little bit later on in this video, but I don't want to waste any more time. So now that we have Broski with us, let's come talk to the Professor and Carbis and see what we can do about repairing the Falcon. Alumina-ti? No, not quite. Yeah, what is Alumina? Ah. Well, surely you have some spare alumina laying around in one of your 7 kajillion laboratories. No? Oh, okay, that works. So yeah, now we have to go to the town of Lindsay to meet a man named Brant because he knows where the Alumina is. And in order to reach Lindsay, we have to go through the Tower of Light. So this means that if you did not take my advice earlier and made a trip over to the tower to pick up the Might Helmet, then it is gone for good. Now that the story directs us to go there, the contents of that box have changed and are permanently locked in. Now, going there sounds all well and good, but you guys know what I want to do instead. Yeah, we're going to take on the final floor of the old cave today. How hard could it possibly be? Oh, game, why do you do this to me? Now, I don't recommend coming here right at level 30, especially if you're new to the game or you're just not confident or familiar with the mechanics, but I have patience problems and I like a good challenge, so I always do come here right away. Now about the whole Might Helmet, Tower of Light, Bastard Move, whatever you want to call it, now you guys can see just how small that window of opportunity really is. We're talking, what, 20 minutes? Maybe 30 at the most? Between getting access to the Falcon, going to Carbis, going to Baku, going to pick up Cooper in the cave, and then talking to the Professor as you just saw. Yeah, it's a real bastard move on the game's part, especially if you're trying to go for that perfect treasure rating at the end of the game. You guys don't mind if we just fast forward? Okay, I'm glad you guys don't mind I do that. Even if you did, I'd probably do it anyways. Okay, so here we are. Let's drink a sweet water. This floor is big, and it'll probably take the entire episode to get through, so I'm going to be using sweet waters just to make it easier on myself. But if you are coming here now and your levels look like mine, I would say before you leave here, you want Jaren to be at level 28 at the very least. And if that doesn't happen on screen, then I'll take care of that before I leave off screen. Now over here, we got the Gloom Pig. It's a very interesting weapon for Lufia. Yes, it is cursed, and I'm probably the only guy in the world that actually likes this weapon. But I find it to be very useful here. You will see why. You can also buy those from the weapon shop in the town of Forfeit with, holy crap, new enemies. These are rock golems. We haven't seen these guys since the intro. Wait a minute, these are endgame level monsters. We can't defeat them at this stage, can we? Why, yes we can. It's just going to take a little bit of strategy. So you want to go with Confuse with Jaren, Fright on Lufia, and then just have Kai and Agoro start wailing on these guys. Now, rock golems have really high physical defense, really high attack power. They have pretty high magic defense too, and they like to hang out with their wang out, as it were. They can also get you stoned with that special attack of theirs. But we got 2 of them confused, not bad. Let's go ahead and definitely keep up with the healing. Yeah, Kai isn't going to be too useful here. Most of your damage is going to come from Lufia with the Flash Ring. And you want to use Jaren and Kai for healing. His champion spell will be invaluable here. And you do want to stay at max if you can. See, that's pretty much all there is to these guys. Don't expect huge amounts of damage against the rock golems. It's just one of those battles that you just have to push through, unfortunately. If only there was a way that Lufia could do decent damage without getting turned to stone. Yeah, we definitely need to get her cured. So anyways, one of you asked me earlier in the week... Oh, crap. Earlier in the week, if there was a full set of Might equipment to complement the Might helmet, and the answer is yes, there is. I believe I mentioned it briefly, but the other pieces, there are 2 weapons, a shield, and a piece of armor. Actually, I better heal herself. Now, the shield you can get guaranteed, and the weapons, well, you can get one of the weapons guaranteed as well, but all the other pieces you have to farm from monsters, and it is a very tedious task. Much like this battle is. You know what? If I can't win this battle relatively quickly, I might just cut it out, because they're just going to be doing the same thing over and over and over again. So we'll see what happens in the next round. If we're not making any progress, then yeah, I'm just gonna edit this one out. You need to attack. You're healing. Yeah, we gotta get Lufia cured. Anyways, like I was saying about the Might armor, I haven't decided if I'm going to farm it yet or not, because the drop rate is ridiculously low. In case you're wondering, you have a 1 in 256 chance of acquiring one after battle. Those of you who have played Final Fantasy IV are probably cringing right now, but worry not, you are not alone. I am right there with you. I'm having terrible flashbacks myself. For those of you who aren't too sure what that means, that comes to a 0.4% chance of getting a piece of Might equipment to drop. Yeah, it's less than half. So if you guys want to see me acquire a full set, I will, but if you're not interested in doing that, then I probably won't take the time to acquire it. Wow. Okay, we got these guys. Yeah, whatever, we're in good shape. But the reason you want to come here to level grind off these monsters instead of around Fridaria, like I mentioned, I think in the last video, is because you can meet up with Hydras here, and they can drop the Might Sword, which is the most powerful sword in the entire game. It's even more powerful than the mythical Dual Blade. And yes, I've actually acquired one during the intro and equipped it on Maxim, which was quite humorous, because, you know, the whole dialogue where, oh, the Dual Blade will defeat the Sinistral. It's just like, no, Dual Blade is just kind of sitting in my inventory right now. But yeah, plus, you know, you can rest up at the inn, you can come back here whenever you want to now, because, you know, this is the final floor, and all that good stuff, so if you really want a Might Sword, now would be the earliest chance that you can get one. But the Might armor is ridiculously powerful. Well, the sword will give your Agoro an attack power of over 700 very easily. And if you have the full set of armor, you're looking at magic defense of over 200, and your physical defense will also be through the roof. It's pretty obscene. You know, if you guys are interested in seeing that, maybe I'll do a bonus video at the end of this LP, showcasing just how powerful your characters really are. But again, that depends on you guys. Just leave a comment if you want to see that, and if not, then whatever. Griffins here are pretty vanilla. They don't have too much HP. But like everything else around here, they do hit relatively hard. They are considered a flying type enemy though, so if you want to use the fly ring, you can. Alrighty. Did my sweet water wear off? It must have, because that's ridiculous. Here we get a spell potion. Awesome. And here we get the Buster Sword. Alright. Let's give that to Kai. It's actually a little bit weaker than the Grand Blade, so you can give it to whoever doesn't have the Grand Blade, whether that be a Goro or Kai. In my case, it's the hero. If only he had spiky blonde hair instead of spiky red hair. Oh well. Oh, come on guys. Surely you saw the Final Fantasy reference coming from that one. Alright, here we have Mad Wolves. Again, nothing too special about these guys. They hit hard and they can cast Dread on your entire party. But I think we met up with them outside of Epro, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I should have healed Jaren. Whoops. Alright, the Gloom Pick. Like every cursed item in the game, it has very, very bad accuracy. But what sets the Gloom Pick apart is that when you do land a hit, you don't deal any damage, you just outright kill the enemy in one hit. It's actually quite useful here. Not against all the enemies, but against some of them. Anyways, let's go up here to get the Crown Jewels. Alright, that was quick and easy. So now I'm going to backtrack to those stairs that we just came out of just a few seconds ago, and I'll meet you right there. Alright guys, now let's take the right path and continue on through this cave. Absolutely, use Champion after every battle. You know, do not be afraid to use your restorative items to restore your MP either. That's why we have them. Let's see, let's go with Float. And pick up a Gloom Voice. That is instant death to all enemies, I believe. And I'm going to hang on to the stat potions until the end of this dungeon. Uh-oh, we got Mega Frogs and Mega Turtles to deal with. They're like regular frogs and regular turtles, except you die. Now, Mega Frogs, as you know, can use Champion, so what you could do is... There we go. Now you could use Deflect with Lufia to try and silence them. Or you can just instantly kill them with the Gloom Pick, or Poison Pins, or any other instant death attack. Now it's fairly reliable against those guys. Yeah, let's heal Kai. Now both the Mega Turtle and the Mega Frogs are weak to ice, but even with the Frost Ring, Jaren isn't going to be doing a whole lot of damage. So I would rather just keep her on healing duty, personally. Mega Turtles don't do anything special, they just hit hard, have pretty high defense. And they're actually resistant to Lufia's explosion spells, so keep that in mind. If you are higher level and you run into a large group of them, you don't want to use Blast. Mega Frogs also can drop Miracles, so that's pretty nice. Again, do not be afraid to use your items. They are not in the too good to use club. Yeah, if you're coming here at low levels, don't hold anything back. You know what? He's almost dead, so... Well, he might cast Champion, and he's not silenced. Yeah, saw that one coming. Come on, Gloom Pick, don't fail me now. Damn it! Okay, maybe that weapon isn't as good as I made it out to be, but usually it's pretty decent. Oh well. Let's see, we got frogs, turtles, griffins, wolves, golems. I think the only other new enemy that we haven't come across yet is the Hydra. And it's fairly uncommon, to be honest. We may not even run into it here. A lot of the times I don't, actually. Hey, Kai leveled, alright. And learned Fright, very nice. Wow, pretty good level ups. Oh, I meant to say on the way back, Jaren leveled up as well. Oh, and I forgot to use Champion. Alright, took care of those losers. Now that Kai learned Fright, another good tactic is to use your first round and have both Kai and Lufia cast a Fright spell. try to put as many of these guys to sleep as you can. Especially if they come in large groups. Although the Fright spell targets every enemy regardless, but still. That's pretty much going to be the main threat to your party in this dungeon, is just getting caught off guard and not knowing what to do against large groups of enemies. So again, it's imperative that you keep your characters fully healed after every battle. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll keep this one in here, why not? Maybe get a better example of these Mega Turtles here. Lightning, definitely the way to go with Lufia, if you can afford to go all out. Instant death doesn't work too well against those guys, but they are fairly susceptible to sleep. And you can meet up with like 3 or 4 of them at once. Her face kind of reminds me of Sigma in a way. Those guys look like a rejected Care Bear. Oh, come on. Thank you. Yeah, Jaren probably won't get that second level up in this trip. Oh well. It's too bad this is the last floor in the old cave. If there ever is a remake, and by remake, I do not mean what Square Enix did with Lufia 2. I mean an actual remake of this game. I would like to see the old cave go down to at least level 10, you know? It's a nice, even number. And assuming you keep the every 5 levels rule, you know, level 50 for entry is... that's about where you're going to be come the end of the game, so it wouldn't be, you know, out of reach for the casual player. But, oh well, level 7 is all we get in this game. You know what? Hey, Hydras! Alright. Okay, these guys are actually... they're not too bad, but they are pretty quick, and they do cast a lot of AoE spells. So, you may want to use Boost with Lufia if people start getting low on HP. Now, these guys are considered... holy shit, go Agoro! They are dragon enemies, and one of the other items that you could pick up in the town of Forfeit is called a Dragon Arrow. And it deals moderate damage to any normal enemy, but if you use it against a dragon, it'll deal pretty heavy damage. But I didn't go buy any because, like I said, I normally don't ever encounter Hydras here. Now over here we get the Wind Flute, probably the most overpowered item in the entire game. Definitely put that at the... whoops. Let's go to the right screen first. Definitely put that at the front of your inventory. Much like the Guard Rod from Phantasy Star 4, and that one item in the Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6 games that I can never remember the name of. Using the Wind Flute as an item in battle will cast a free group heal. And you can use this an infinite number of times. It is ridiculous. Now it only heals for around 50 to 60 HP, but still, that doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me guys, that is a very good item. And that is the sole purpose of my trip to this floor this early in the game, is to just get my hands on that. You'll pretty much never have to use your MP for healing ever again, now that you have the Wind Flute. It's that powerful. But anyways, we're almost done with this cave. See what's over here. A miracle, alright. Alright, Mega Frogs, let's try this again. Oh, I just moved my poison pins. God damn it. Oh, you know what? They're in a group. Why not? Let's try the Gloom Boys. Hey, hey! Baller! Another power potion. Awesome. spell potion, and I think this might be the last item. You know what, it's the last fight, so I'll just leave this one in. Aw, Lufia did not hit level 31, and Jaren did not get 28. Damn it. Well, I'll just tell you guys right now that at level 31, Lufia learns the Blast spell. And she will become the Blaster Master, as it were. And Jaren learns Boost, but now that we have the Wind Flute, that's really not all that impressive. But yeah, once Lufia hits 31, you definitely want to give her the Blast Ring, and she will just decimate everything for the foreseeable future. It is amazing. Actually, she's very close. Let's just go ahead and hammer that level out for her real quick, and I'll show you guys. But yeah, just let me make sure. Okay, that's it for the items. So let's put these potions to use. Let's see, Mind Potion to Lufia. Ooh. Great Potion on Agoro. Damn it. Both of these to Kai as always. And let's see, Power Potion to Lufia. And she's about to level. But like I said, I'm probably going to alternate between the ladies, so let's give this one to Jaren. And just walk on out of here, I suppose. Let's put the Fright tactic to use here. Another thing I would like to see in a remake of this game is for the difficulty to be increased. What do you mean I sound crazy? You know, nothing like, say, Battletoads difficult, but wow, we really fucked these guys up. Perfect. But I would like to see, say, Lufia lose her healing magic and make her strictly a black mage type character, which it would take away from some of her versatility. But it would make the beginning of the game a lot more challenging, and it would allow your other characters to stand out more as healers. And I would also like to see enemies be able to target like a front row or back row, as opposed to just one character or all your characters. I don't know, I'm not really a fan of the whole all or nothing strategy. I don't know, what do you guys think? Come on. No, not quite. Oh well. Oh, speaking of Blaster Master, I'm glad one of you guys caught that video reference a couple episodes back when I used it as a title. If you've never played that game as a kid, man, your childhood was definitely missing out. This game... Okay, imagine playing a game where you're in a tank and you're running around blowing shit up, platforming, because yeah, this tank could jump. So you're blowing shit up, you're platforming, you know, you're trying to save the world, everything's kick-ass. But then you can also get out of your tank, and then you play as this little dude in a jumpsuit with a plasma rifle, and you can go into these other areas that are too small for your tank to fit in. And you're taking on bosses that are as big as the screen, you're picking up power-ups for your tank. I mean, how do you beat that? It's amazing. Now, all that being said, I've yet to complete the game. Like 20 years later, and I've never beaten that game, but oh man, that game was so fun as a kid. Totally badass. But before we call this video quits, I never leveled up Lufia, did I? No? Oh well. Well, I'm going to turn this in and call this a video. And then in between now and the next video, I'm going to just go back in there real quick and get Jaren up to level 28, like I mentioned. Lufia will definitely hit level 31, and that's pretty much all I want to do. So when we come back next time, I will meet you in the town of Baku, so we could head towards the Tower of Light and the town of Lindsay to meet Brant. But first, whoops. And here we get 10,000 gold. Alright. Alright. Okay, so that's it for the old cave. Unfortunately, no more side quest time, aside from the Dragon Eggs. So from here on out, it's a straight shot to the end. So, like I said, I'm going to call it quits here, guys. As always, I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day, and take care.